Good afternoon slash evening. I hope everybody's having like a good week and summer so far. I can't believe July is already almost over. I feel like I don't even know what happened this month. Like it went by so fast. But hopefully everybody's having a good one and having a good summer, making the most of it that you can. So I want to talk about when something is for you. I feel like it just relates to me. It can relate to anybody really, but it can relate in various ways. It could be relationship wise, job wise, just opportunities or things that you may be wishing for and manifesting for you. And sometimes it works out, at other times it doesn't. And sometimes the ego will put us in a space where we can kind of feel bad for ourselves, or you can get upset that what you thought you wanted, it didn't work out for you. But it's never really you. It's just it's not the right thing for you. So you have to be able to accept when things aren't for you and still carry yourself with grace and patience and confidence that what's for you will be for you. I've There's so many quotes on that. Like that's one of them. What's for you is will be for you. What's for you won't miss you. You know, so many different ways to say it, but it's really true. It really is. And I would say during my time this year, especially with my job search, I've definitely been able to keep that theory and that mindset in mind that what's for me is going to be for me. So when I'm doing these interviews and applying for jobs, it's like, it's a little bit easier now to just be like in the mindset of if it's the right thing, it'll not necessarily chase me, but it'll be aligned. I'll apply for the job that's right for me and they'll hire, like I'll interview for them and we'll connect and it'll all work out how it's supposed to work out. And it's just we as humans, we have to just learn how to accept that, right? And sometimes acceptance is not easy either. But I want to read this excerpt that I seen from this page called Law of Attraction. So it's titled When Something Is For You. When something is for you, it will bring clarity and alignment to your life, not chaos and confusion. When something is for you, it will not run or hide or avoid being yours. You do not have to chase after anything or anyone. When something is for you, you won't feel the need to beg, convince, or force. Things will feel easeful, grounded, and safe. When something is for you, it will not make you question or second guess your worth. Instead, it will remind you how worthy and loved you truly are. When something is for you, it will feel healthy and supportive, not toxic and destructive. When something is for you, you'll know it. Stop ignoring the signs. Release what needs to be released so that you can receive what needs to be received. So I like the last part when it says release what needs to be released so that you can receive what needs to be received. It reminds me of the episode I did a couple episodes back, things that you can learn from Erica Badu. And I think I talked about, and I've had an episode about this, about packing light and how, it's just this idea of like, if you're holding on to all this baggage, you're holding on to all these things that no longer serve you, then your hands are not free to receive the things that you do deserve and that are coming for you and your blessings. And so a lot of times you'll hear that people say like, you won't receive your blessings until you um you freed, like your hands are free, right? So you're releasing, getting rid of old things that no longer serve you, but also your environment, like the people that you're around. If you're not making sure that you're getting rid of people that no longer serve your purpose or are no longer aligned with you, that can block you from your blessings. If you are not taking care of yourself and preparing for your blessing, a lot of the time, sometimes we kind of get in that mindset of like, if we don't physically see what it is that we're asking for, praying for, manifesting, then we won't necessarily feel the need to be ready for it. But you have to, you know, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So that's just like a mindset of that's just a phrase of like, prepare yourself for what it is that you're asking for. And it goes back into that idea of having the confidence. If you're confident that what you're praying, manifesting, asking for is A, something that you deserve, B, something that you will be able to handle, and C, that is aligned for you, then it will come. It just might not come at the timing that you think. It'll all come in divine timing. But in the meantime, until you physically see it come into a fruition, you still have to prepare yourself for it because you don't know when it's going to come. So if you kind of slack and just be like, oh, it's not going to happen, right? Or you kind of give up. And then what if the next hour, next day, it comes along? Then you're not prepared, and you might fumble, right? You might fumble that blessing or the thing that you've been asking for. So it's important to, again, be aligned, be grounded, be easeful, and create that kind of space for yourself, so that when this whatever it is that you're asking for comes into your life, it's coming into that type of environment, and it will be able to stay. A lot of the times, just made me think about like how we will ask God, the universe, whoever it is, or whatever it is that you believe in for these things, these manifestations. But then we fumble sometimes. We fumble it because you um, you might ask for something that you're not really prepared for, or you might ask for something that you get it and then you don't take care of it, or you don't um, remember, whether like through your actions and stuff, like to show grace and gratefulness that it could be taken away. And again, like, even when you get what you prayed for, you have to treat it, like it's something that you prayed for, and remember that you didn't have it before, and be again, just practice gratitude for it. um, and just remember that you are worthy of it. And so when you know that you're worth something, and that's for you, and it's making you happy, you'll just take care of it. It's all about taking care of things that you're given, because things that are given can be taken too. And so, again, like how it says about, when something is for you, it'll bring clarity and alignment. So I think about like jobs or like relationships where you feel chaos and confusion. If this person is bringing confusion to you, or you feel like this relationship has brought problems into your life, then that's something to reconsider. This might not be for you. Maybe it was for you at a certain time when you met the person, or when this job came to your life. It might have brought certain things that you needed at that time. But again, we're always evolving. So as you evolve, certain things may not just align anymore, and that's okay. That's something also to remember, is like, it's okay that if certain things or people don't align anymore, that doesn't mean that they're bad. It's just not for you. Again, you want to be in that mindset of always going for things that are for you, and living in alignment with the things and people that are for you, and being able to recognize that, and identifying within yourself what it is that helps you recognize it. If it's, this person is bringing me clarity, or I feel grounded with this person, I feel safe with these people, or I know that since I've been in this relationship, or since I've been in this job, I've been more, focused, and like completing more tasks or something like that, completing more goals, or I just feel really aligned. That's like some things to pay attention to, because it's showing you that this is the right thing. You'll just know, like, you'll have that feeling within yourself. It's, again, it's everything is not everything. It's not always going to be easeful, but a lot of the times the relationship, the situation, whatever it is that you've been asking for, will bring you ease. And that's such a great feeling. You won't have to second guess the person. You won't have to second guess your worth. You won't have to second guess if this is something that you should continue with. You'll just know. Um, and yeah, that's just something to pay attention to. Again, like, you would want something that's healthy and supportive, not something that's toxic. If you're in something that's toxic and you're trying to make it align, again, like, I feel like even when you stay in stuff that's not for you, eventually things will happen. The universe, thing, the universe will work to push it out of your life, or to wake you up to see that this is not for you. It could be through something little or something really drastic that can happen to you. Sometimes you don't want it to get to that point where you get hurt or something like that before you can see that something is not aligned for you. But if that's what it's gonna take to get you in alignment, then for sure it'll happen. Like you'll get hurt. Anything to get you back on track and get you aligned, because again, you're here to complete certain tasks and certain um, I don't want to say missions, but you have a purpose here, and your point is to be here to fulfill those purposes. And if you're in spaces or in places and with people or doing activities or just in situations that don't align for your purpose, then eventually, yeah, you might be able to stay there for a little bit, but things will start to like it will feel like a closing in feeling, like things are starting to close in or things start to just go really left, go really bad, and you'll kind of be in a space where you'll be having no choice but to reevaluate, is this for me? Is this really what I thought it was supposed to be? Or is this really what I want? And is this really making me happy? And when you do that, you'll start to have that clarity and think about the alignment and not want to be, when you're not attracted to that chaos and the confusion, you're only attracted to positivity and alignment and peace and ease and grounding and just being safe and being loved for who you are and practicing and giving that love as well. You will not want to go back to that, to things that aren't aligned for you. And I feel like when you, in order to figure out what is for you, you have to figure out who you are. And the more, and by doing that, it's like paying attention to yourself, paying attention to your, what your goals are, your purpose, and things that make you happy, things that don't. Again, paying attention to your feelings, being able to express them, being able to um, satisfy yourself before somebody else. Again, I've said this before, being able to have your own cup full, being able to fill your own cup before you expect somebody else to do it. And when you know how to fill your cup and keep your cup full, and how to tend to yourself and how to make yourself happy, or how to take care of yourself when things aren't that great, you'll be able to teach that to somebody else. And the people that are open to learning how to do that are those are your people, and that's for you. If someone is not willing to learn, not willing to be patient, or not willing to figure out how it is that you need to be loved and taken care of and stuff, then that's not your person, and that's fine. That person isn't a bad person, it's just not your person. Or if that job, it just seems not to be working out, no matter what you're doing, it's not working out. It doesn't mean it's a bad job. It's just not for you. So learning how to recognize when things are healthy and supportive as well is important. And yeah, stop ignoring the signs. Like it says, we, like the way that the world works, the way that this works for us as humans is like you'll get a little. I think I heard this from Oprah. She was saying, I think it was Oprah. It was like on a podcast, something like that. She was saying how like how she got signs of things, and it'll feel like a little pebble at first, and then it'll get a bigger, like to a rock, and then it like turns into a boulder, and then it's like a big something, I don't know, like basically bashing your head, like telling you like this is not the right thing for you, or these are not the right people for you. And so she was saying how like it's important to be able to recognize the signs, because if you pay attention to the pebble, then you won't have to clean up the damage of the boulder. And that's very true, because and I don't know if that's what she exactly said, because I think that's more some coming from my head, but don't quote me on that. But you could probably quote me, because I think that's my own quote. But for the point is like, if you pay attention to the signs as soon as you see them, and don't try to force something, right? Because I feel like a lot of times, by the time you get the sign of like, this person, like I'm just gonna use a relationship as an example, like I don't know, maybe this person isn't the right person. I think usually most of us have already invested some type of feeling into it, or we've already like planned out kind of what this is supposed to be. So when you see something that doesn't align with that, it's easy to kind of brush it off or ignore it, or try to force no, like, no, this is what, no, this is what it's supposed to be. Especially if you've experienced a lot of heartbreak and just a lot of like no's. When you finally get that, what you think is a yes, then it's going to be harder to let go of that. And so you're forced to let go. So again, just being able to be in tune with yourself and being okay with like something not being for you, and having the confidence to know that just because you don't have it right now, it doesn't mean it's never coming. Like knowing, and I think I've talked about this a while ago, how this, I think it was on a podcast I heard or something that I read in a book, how it's like when you get those rejections of any form, you should be happy because you know that you're getting closer to the yes. And so when you have to let go of something, or something isn't working, or it's a no in any form, you should be happy because that means that you're getting closer to the yes. And trying to have that mindset will be very helpful to you, to be able to find and align yourself with things that are for you. Um, because what's for you, again, it will not require you to chase it. It won't require you to force it. It'll just flow, and it's not going to go anywhere. What's for you wants you as well. So it's not fighting, but it's trying to align with you just as much as you're trying to align with it. So it's like two things that are attracted to each other, magnetic, like coming together, and they don't want to separate. So trying to just practice having clarity of yourself and what you want, and being able to recognize it, being able to pay attention to the signs that are being given to you, like again, practicing discernment, knowing what it is that you want and standing on that, creating boundaries for yourself and for others, and doing the work to get to where it is that you want to be. Um, Having clarity within yourself and being able to be clear with other people. These are all ways to, again, help you be able to find and align yourself with things that are for you and recognize what is for you. Because again, I really do believe that, what's for you is for you. Nobody can take that. Nobody can mess it up. Even like, I think I said that before in an episode too. And I think I posted it, like, you can't mess up what is for you. Like, no matter how many times you mess it up or you think that you got off the path, you're going to be pushed and guided back to, and guided on the path that is for you to be able to accomplish what it is that you're supposed to accomplish. So it's like you try to take that stress off of you of feeling like, oh, I messed it up and now I'm not going to get, you know, the relationship that I wanted, or I'm not going to get the job that I wanted. Like, it doesn't, just because what you thought was the right thing didn't work out, it doesn't mean that you've missed the bus and now you're never going to, the bus for you is never going to come again. Like, that's not how it works. It's all basically conspiring together to get it right for you. You just have to allow it to come to you, and open up to it and be open to whatever that looks like. I think that's another thing. It's like when you have in your head what you think it's supposed to be, that causes the block of you, sometimes being able to be aligned with what it is for you, because you, at the end of the day, you really don't know until you start living in it and you start seeing it in the physical form. So even whatever you paint in your head, or whatever manifestation you have for yourself, it has to be, you have to remain um, in this space where, like, yeah, this is what I think I want, and this is what I feel that I want, and what it's going to look like. But at the end of the day, it might not match what it is that's for me. And so having that, um, not maybe not, it's not vulnerable, but just having that open mind of like, yes, this is an idea of what I want, but I always say for myself, like, I want what is for me, even if it doesn't match what I have in my head. If it aligns for my destiny and aligns for my heart and like what my goals are, and it's gonna give me that sense of fulfillment and safety and alignment in myself, then that's what I want. And so even if, I might paint a picture of what it is I think that I want, but um it still have to be able to like be open to the possibilities of it not necessarily completely matching 100% what I thought it would be, if that makes sense. So, again, that's just something to share. I know that it's a time when, so many things are going on in this world, and with people like trying to find, like I said, being like me, like trying to find jobs, just dating, relationships, or things like that. It could be it's hard, especially with social media and people paint like displaying things that a lot of us are trying to accomplish. It can feel like you are not getting what's for you or what you feel is for you, and it could be frustrating, and it causes you to be somewhat a little bit impatient sometimes. But you don't have to give up. Again, what's for you is going to be is designed especially for you. I think about, again, I think I've said this before on the podcast, the story of like, what is analogy? So speak of like you at the restaurant and you ordered your food and you ordered your meal, and the people, other tables, like they're getting their food before you, and they were here after you, and you asking the waiter like, why isn't my food here? And it's like, oh, the chef, he's preparing your a special meal for you. It's just gonna take a little bit more time. And you feeling like, okay, but then you ask again, like, it's still getting prepared? It's like, yep, it's almost done. You just has to get, these last ingredients and get it together. And then when it finally comes out, you're amazed at what it is that was cooked up for you, and everyone around you is amazed as well, because they got, not necessarily what they got was bad, but they got um their orders, but your order is just like specially made for you. So that's a way to think about it too. Like, what's for you, again, is for you, and it's gonna probably be way out of the realm of what you thought it was gonna be. It's gonna be especially designed for you. It's gonna come at the right time for you. It's all gonna work out. So just remember that what is for you, and it'll all happen at the right time, come the right way. You'll know it, you'll feel it in your heart, and it'll all just flow. So let it flow, and in the meantime, do the work, be open, be available, and enjoy the rest of your summer. So I hope that you have a great rest of your week. And excuse me, as always, I'm your host, Chanel. This is Black Hippie Lounge. Meditate, manifest, invest in you. If you haven't, there's also just a plug. On August 12th, I will be in Martha's Vineyard for an event, as another vendor event, for curated curl, and I think it's from 10 to 5. I'll put, it's on my page. But yeah, I'll be there selling shirts and hoodies and stuff. So if you're in the area, and if you ever been to Martha's Vineyard, it's really fun. Catch the ferry ride over there. It'll be, God willing, great weather and stuff like that. And I think we're gonna have food and like some speakers and music and stuff like that. So it'll be fun. So definitely, like I said, if you're in the area, check it out. Come check me out. I'll post about it and talk about it more as it gets closer. But that's August 12th at the Martha's Vineyard. But as always, meditate, manifest, invest in you, and take care. Meditate, manifest, invest in you. Join me on my spiritual journey as I elevate myself and like-minded listeners to a higher level, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thank you for listening. This is Black Hippie Lounge, and I am your host, Chanel.